welcome back. Today we are doing an unboxing of the Oracle of the Phoenix. I'm Reader Emerald Lotus and I'm really excited to get into this deck today, so let's do just that. For full transparency, this deck was sent to me, gifted to me by the publisher. However, there was no responsibility to post. All opinions are my own, as always, but just to let you know, I did not purchase this deck. So immediately we have this really cool picture on the back. Feel the fire of transformation. Change begins within you. Now, I know a lot of people have a very strong spiritual connection to the energy of the phoenix. You know, it's very well known for being destroyed and then rising from the ashes. It has a really beautiful symbology. And this phoenix is super cute. It's very like fantasy driven, I feel like, in its imagery, which is cool. I'm curious to see if the rest of the deck will have that sort of fantasy element as well. So this guidebook is the one that comes with it. Now, this is a 44 card deck, actually. So it's not huge, but it's pretty standard for an Oracle deck. We've got this little overview. Okay, so there's actually quite a few pages here, actually. Well, a few pages about how to use the deck, what the deck is intended for, and then we jump into the card meanings. So this actually has a really nice description. We see a little quote at the beginning, a description, and then an exercise that you can do for each of the cards. So this one doesn't really have like key words or anything. It's really more the sort of quote that we see, the card meaning, and then the exercise. And that is included for all the cards in this deck. The exercises look pretty intense as well. Like they're actually really cool rituals. Okay. I'm excited to see this deck. I actually have no idea anything about this deck. I don't really know any of the cards or what it looks like. So I'm very curious to see. Ooh, that was that was a crispy little ASMR there for you. Okay, so the card size is a pretty standard Oracle deck size. Maybe even leaning a little large. You got the back of the cards that do show which side is upright or reversed, if that does matter to you. I don't really mind that with Oracle cards. It's more tarot that I don't like that. And they have a very classic, like, lamination. You can see my lights. Very classically laminated, shiny cardstock. And actually, this card right here is actually already getting a little bit bent up. I've been noticing that a lot with a lot of decks recently. Actually, my favorite deck, the Earth... What is this called? Earth Woman Tarot. I've been using this one in all my private readings. I love it so much. But I'm noticing that because I use it so much, there's a couple cards where like the edges are starting to come up. This one's actually just a random card on top and you can see that it's already happening, but it's worse with a couple cards in the deck, which is always so sad to see, especially when you do love a deck. It's almost like an expected thing for me at this point, which is really sad. It shouldn't be. So let's take a look at some of these cards. So we've got abandon limiting beliefs with the phoenix literally snapping a chain. Okay, so this deck does have an illustrator who has created the artwork, so I'm guessing that it's not created with AI. It doesn't say anywhere that any of the imagery is AI, although it kind of looks like it to me, if I'm being honest. So I'm not exactly sure, but like I said, it's not stated anywhere that it's AI, so in that sense, maybe that means we trust it, or maybe that means, I don't know. It does feel very like mystical, fantasy, kind of cartoonish almost. It's giving very classic Oracle card imagery. We've got like a classic white woman. I'm just curious to see if there's going to be any diversity in the deck. We do have a man here. So it feels like there is a phoenix on basically every single card here. Learn to live in love. Interesting. It's an interesting picture with that one. I guess the book is the learn. I really like the colors in this deck. They're very, very vibrant, very bright, really fun colors. I'm not sure how I feel about the people, though, if I'm being honest. They feel a little stock photo-y to me. I mean, literally. This isn't a deck that I would buy at all. I also just personally don't have a connection with Phoenix energy. I love how now we have a lotus coming up as if to be like, okay, girl. I do love lotus flowers. Obviously, I am known as Emerald Lotus, but I'm not a huge fan of Phoenix energy. I've just never really resonated with the Phoenix, even though I should have. Like it would make sense that I would, but I just never really have. So personally, it's not something that I would feel like I needed. But if someone were really interested in Phoenix energy or they really resonated with it as like a soul, you know, messenger, spirit animal type thing, this could be a really fun deck to use. I like these like very niche decks. They're really fun, especially when you do have like a very niche love or interest, like a horse or a unicorn or a crow. It's really fun. I feel like I need like an otter deck. I love otters. I also really like dragons recently since I've been really deep into my fantasy interests and reading all my romantasy books. I've been reading Spark of the Everflame. I'm on the third book right now. I'm right about to finish it. And oh my God, I love that series so much. So good. I can't wait to see what series I'm going to read next. I'm like already nervous to pick another series to dive into. It's always such an emotional, turbulent time to end one book series and to start a new one. You just hope it's going to be as good as the last or better. And it takes such a long time to sometimes get into book series. So I find sometimes it's a little nerve wracking. It's like, am I really going to give like 17 hours of my life to then give up on something? Okay, so we've got Joker cards here. I'm not sure what the Joker energy means necessarily, but we've got Air, Path of Wisdom, Joker 4. The third one is Earth Healing. Oh, these are like Pegasus energy. Oh, these are so cute. I love these. Water, anything is possible. And fire. So I'm not sure what Joker means. I'm going to look in the guidebook actually because I'm really curious. And then we have this key to mastery. Seems like these are all of the elements. You kind of got like air, fire, water, earth. The people on the cards are interesting. I feel like it's AI. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a grandmother with AI. I'm just like, is it AI or not? Okay, Joker. Okay, so it says this card indicates you will receive a powerful ritual. Greater power and love will flow to you over the next 5 days. Look out for relevant signs. The spirit world is watching you. Okay, Pegasus of the South, Pegasus of the West. So this is like a powerful ritual card that's coming through that is predicting of something that's going to happen in your life over the next X amount of days, 5 days typically. Oh, that's kind of fun. I actually love that. I feel like more decks should do that, have like a very predictive card in it. I really like that actually. It's super fun. I don't know how I feel about the card being called Joker personally, but I like the idea of it a lot. Oh, and I wanted to see what is the key to masters? What is this card as well? Oh, this is just one of the classic cards like the rest of them. It just doesn't have the phoenix on it. You will achieve mastery when you have demonstrated steadfast trust in all that is. On your path to the goal, you will have understood that karma and reincarnation are connected and act accordingly. Okay, T. Very interesting deck, honestly. I'm curious what you guys will think of this one. Again, it's not necessarily a deck for me just because I'm not connected with the Phoenix. I am like really curious about the artwork. It doesn't feel like something I would pick up for a lot of my clients, but I will use it randomly for sure, especially when I'm doing like collective readings on TikTok, which I do multiple of them every single week. I'll definitely be using it for stuff like that just because I feel like some people would really resonate with the energy of the Phoenix. I know it is like very soul connected creature to a lot of people, so that's fun. I like that, and I do like how like high vibe it is. I love the intense colors. I think that it's like a very classic niche oracle deck. So I'm curious what you guys think of this one. Is this one a purchase or a pass?